Okay, there's much more to my movement that I'm trying to start here other than just to drive the price of DigiByte up. The price of DigiByte will follow. I think we need to get our focus off the price of DigiByte and focus on the movement, and here's why. All over the world, currencies are blowing up. We all know, or most of us know, what's going on in Venezuela. If the people in Venezuela would have had DigiByte being used and being traded in like a currency before the Venezuelan currency blew up, they wouldn't be in the mess they are in right now. Then we have Turkey blowing, the currency's blowing up over there. It might be out of the news right now, but that's not over. The currencies in Argentina and Brazil are also blowing up. DigiByte's going to be used worldwide. It'll be used worldwide, probably much more than it'll be used here in the United States. But a lot of people in the United States, I believe, are sitting there kind of naive because they think that something like what's happened in Venezuela could never happen here, and I believe it could happen here at any day. You got countries, Russia, Turkey, Iran, and several other countries that are ditching the U.S. dollar. If you don't know it, the U.S. dollar is used on world trade. It's a world reserve currency, and they're ditching it. They don't want to use it anymore. And they're going to start refusing to use it for world trade, and when they do that, the dollar could tank. So you might sit here in the United States thinking that could never happen here, and it could very well happen here, and we better have a currency, a usable currency, such as DigiByte in place. The world needs DigiByte. The majority of the people in the world are not going to use Bitcoin and Litecoin for transactions, and here's why. I did my own personal test when I had a little bit of Bitcoin and Litecoin left, and I compared it to DigiByte. I used $40 as a transaction amount, and Bitcoin cost 16 cents to send, Litecoin cost 5 cents to send, and DigiByte, the number was so small I had to get out a calculator and figure it out. It turned out I could have sent 606 $40 transactions with DigiByte before it came to 1 cent. That's 1 cent US dollar. So I know people in the United States think, well, the 16 cents is no big deal. Well, yes, it is. In 2008, I lived in the Philippines for 5 months. I was over there, captain on a medium-sized airplane, flying a route between Subic Bay, Philippines, and Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, which is old Saigon. The company I worked for was a subcontractor of one of the large package carriers. You know them, you use them probably every day, and I won't tell you the name, and we were hauling their freight. So I immersed myself into the Philippines for 5 months, and I can tell you back in 2008, 30% of the people in the Philippines made less than $1 a day. Now, I know most Americans can't comprehend how somebody can live on less than $1 a day, but yet you'd have to be there to understand it. It's a total different world, and once you see it, you can understand. Yes, they barely get by. There's no doubt about that, but they can get by on $1 a day. The point I'm trying to make is that somebody that makes it less than $1 a day is not going to spend 16 cents for one transaction. That's never going to happen. Well, there's billions of people on this planet that live like that. That's why DigiByte is going to be a worldwide currency, and Bitcoin and Litecoin never are going to be. I know a lot of people say Bitcoin is going to be used for transferring large amounts of money around the world. Well, if it's going to be used for that, then I believe China, Russia, and India, and a lot of them other countries would be buying Bitcoin instead of gold. But they're not. They're buying gold. So I don't buy the story that Bitcoin is going to be used to send large amounts of money around the world. It might be used some, yes, I agree. But I don't think that's going to be the norm. So there you have it, folks. That's pretty much the idea that I wanted to lay out to you. I said earlier in the video that nobody was financing me on my road trip, and nobody is. And so what I've been working on, and that's one reason it's taken me over 6 weeks now working on this. As you see, I got the car lettered up. To help me finance it, what I plan on doing, those decals that you see on the car, I plan on selling those. I looked online to see what kind of tools were available for exposing DigiByte, and honestly, I didn't find a whole lot. I found a bunch of real little stickers, like 1.5 inch by 3 inch, but that we needed much larger. So I have the sign shop working on stickers right now. They'll be 17 inches long, just like you're seeing on the car, but only 17 inches long. And the word DigiByte in the future money, you'll have your choice between either dark blue or white on that, because you might be putting it on a white car. So the future money part of the decal is separate. There's actually 2 separate decals. That part is longer than 17 inches, but at the present time, I don't know how long it's going to be. And so if you're putting it someplace and say you had a molding in the way and you want to put the future money part below the molding, that you could do that because they're actually two separate decals. Then I also got signs coming, two sizes. One, there again, is 17 inches long, the larger one, and it will say DigiByte accepted here. And then there'll be a small one about 6 inches long, would be for like if you have a business that has a cash register where you have the Visa MasterCard stickers, you would stick a DigiByte accepted here sticker. Those two, I plan on selling those two as a set. Now, honestly, I don't have any prices on these yet. The sign shop did say they'd be quite expensive because they're just not some cheap sticker I got made in China. That's 3M paper. That those decals on that car, 3M guarantees those for 10 years. And I'm in one of the harshest environments here in Arizona you could ever be in with the sun. So it's high quality stuff, you know, but the 17-inch stickers are made for putting in, like, say, your rear car window or maybe on the side rear windows of your car or something. Now I do have them also working up a price on me for that very sticker you see on the side of the door. Those are about 31 inches long. Now, I don't know where somebody might use those bigger decals like are on my car, but and I'm not going to come out with them right off the bat. I'm going to wait a little bit on that to see what kind of demand there might be on the 17 inches. But I in my mind, I'm thinking, well, somebody that was a firm DigiByte believer and happened to own a trucking company with a bunch of, you know, semi-trailers on the road, that big sign that's on that door of that car would be perfect put on the back of a semi-truck. We all know how many people get stuck beside semi-trucks, and he's got plenty of time to read that. DigiByte, the future of money. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully this will help me finance my own personal road trip. I put a lot of money in it so far, and I'm just kind of getting started. I'm not a rich man, obviously, because that car you're looking at, that's been my personal car for the last 5 years. But I believe that's one way of exposing DigiByte to as many people as we can. If they start seeing DigiByte decals like that, you know, on just as many cars as I can get them out there on, I believe it's got to have a little bit of impact sooner or later on DigiByte. When the decals are available, I'll be doing a video displaying them, and basically I'll be showing you how to install them. They're not that hard to install, but it is a little bit of a trick, but honestly anybody can do it. So maybe you want to subscribe to this channel so you get notified when that video comes out. And I'll be selling them basically just through my email. I mean, and if they're bought from the video, it's just going to be, I'm going to accept cryptocurrencies. It's going to be either Bitcoin, Litecoin, or DigiByte. But if you want to pay for them via PayPal, I'm going to sell them on eBay. So that's where you can go ahead and buy them there. On that video, I'll go in more detail in the description box and on the video itself, you know, how to order them and how to pay for them. So that pretty much covers everything I wanted to cover in this first video, which I guess I'll end up being 3 videos long, part 1 and 2 and 3. But folks, like I've said many times in this video, I believe we are sitting on the best cryptocurrency in the crypto space. I believe it's the only one that can roll out worldwide, and it's ready to go today. It doesn't need anything. It can handle the transactions. It's got the technology behind it. To me, DigiByte is the future. So folks, I believe we're sitting inside the sports car of the cryptocurrency. And right now, all we got to do is just let the clutch out.